Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. In the last episode, we were returning to the hangar to do some more investigation work there. Now, I have to say, I am loving this case. I am loving this case. This is, without a doubt, the hardest case in the entire franchise, in my opinion at least. I have two main questions. One, why is Himiko involved in all of this? She is literally the last person I ever suspected. Out of all of the cast, I would never have guessed, oh yeah, Himiko is going to be involved in all of this. That was such a surprise. So why is she involved in all of this? Two, how is the Exisal involved in all of this? Someone clearly used the electro hammer on the Exisal, and I did have a thought. The Exisals were immune to the alarms. Keebo saw an Exisal going into the shutter. So someone must have used the Exisal to get in, but who? That is the question, who? It can't have been Himiko, because Keebo saw her entering, and she didn't have her electro hammer on her. That's not the type of thing you could hide on your person. So it can't have been Himiko. I think that Maki is definitely involved in all of this because of the scratches. You know what, I'm gonna head over there so I can show it off. But yeah, I think Maki is involved because of all of the scratches on the control panel. She is the only person we know to be dicking about with a knife. You're right here, look at that, those are slash marks. Those are slash marks. If someone else had a knife on their person, that would have been revealed by now. That is a major clue. That would 100% have already been revealed. But instead, we just have Maki. The game went out of its way to show that Maki was saying, hey, I'm not going to use the electro hammers, I'm going to use this. It showed a picture of the knife. That is a major clue. So because this has been scratched up, I definitely think that Maki arrived and she tried to scratch this up to get in. So if Maki is attacking the control panel and Himiko didn't have her electro hammer, who was using the Exisal? This feels so complicated, and I am loving it. I am loving that so much. Oh, hello.
Shuichi!
I see Maki's finally decided to investigate. Oh, Shuichi, can you come with me?
What happened?
Is something wrong?
I
found something strange in the bathroom. Please hurry. He shouted quickly and ran into the bathroom. What are you talking about, Keebo? What, if you go after him? If you go after him? Himiko can't have made the scratches. We at least have evidence that Himiko was there. I feel like Maki was here. That's the thing, I feel like she was here because of the scratches on the terminal. And she's the only one we know to have a knife. She's also been very insistent, Kaito is dead, Kaito is dead. I'm gonna gaslight you, Shuichi, because I am so convinced that Kaito is dead, or at least that's what I'm telling you. I feel like Maki is involved. I feel like she has to be involved, unless we are saying that Himiko actually does have magic and she has access to the magic spell bibbidi bobbidi slash the fuck out of the terminal. Unless we're saying that she has access to that spell. I'm like, how would Himiko do that? The only person with a knife is Mark. Questions. So many questions.
Hey!
Keebo, what are you looking at?
Yes.
Take a look at this. Oh. These are Kokichi's clothes. It's soaked and wrinkled, but there's no doubt these are Kokichi's.
But...
Where did you find this? I didn't see it when I was investigating the bathroom. Well, it seems like they were stuffed into the toilet. And why are they soaked? Well, the toilet seemed clogged, so I reached my hand down the drain and pulled out these clothes. It looks like they couldn't be flushed all the way. Couldn't be flushed all the way? Why were these clothes in the toilet in the first place?
Yeah.
Yes, it was very brave of me, and thanks to that, I managed to find an important clue. Now, Shuichi, please investigate as much as you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Clogging the toilet, huh? But this isn't the time to hesitate. Oh, let me... Kokichi's clothes found in the bathroom, so they were clearly trying to be hidden. Note that the only article of Kaito's clothing that is here is his coat. We haven't seen his trousers, his shoes, his shirt, just his coat dangling ever so conveniently out of the press. Isn't that convenient? It just... I don't think that Kaito is dead. I don't think Kaito is dead. There has been so much insistence. Oh yeah, Kaito's 100% dead. Totally. Absolutely 100%. It couldn't be anything other. I'm like, He's clearly alive then. You're being so insistent. He's clearly alive. Kokichi's clothes, found in the bathroom. If they were found in the toilet, someone must have tried to flush them. But who would do that? Someone trying to hide the identity of who's really dead.
What's the matter?
Is something the matter? Please investigate.
Okay.
Okay. The ultimate detective can't stop here. This has to be an important clue.
All right.
I made up my mind, grabbed Kokichi's soaked clothes, and spread them open. Huh? Oh. There's a small hole in the back. And another small hole on the sleeve. This is about the same size as the one on Kaito's sleeve. There are 3 crossbow bolts. There are 3 crossbow bolts. Again, they get into a struggle. Kaito is accidentally shot, but he manages to push Kokichi away and get 2 shots into him. This is about the same size as the one on Kaito's sleeve. There are traces of blood around the holes too. What does this mean? It could mean that he was attacked. In that case...
No.
There's a chance Kokichi was the one crushed in the hydraulic press.
Thank you.
Keebo, thank you. Thank you. This is a very important clue.
Well...
Oh, I'm happy I was able to help, but I must decline shaking that hand of yours.
No.
Your hands aren't clean either, though. Kokichi's clothes has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad. But if Kokichi was the one crushed in the hydraulic press, where did Kaito go? Why not show himself? Because I think he may have done it. I think he may have done it, and Maki might have said, "Hey, hide." I could quite easily see Kaito going into shock. You know, oh shit, I've just killed someone. What have I done? Especially if they realize, oh shit, Kokichi isn't the mastermind. You know, he kills him because, oh, he's the mastermind. Everything is going to stop. Why hasn't there been some kind of announcement that the mastermind is dead? Why hasn't that happened? Do you think maybe the ultimate liar was lying? Oh shit, why didn't I think about this beforehand? Why did I trust him implicitly? I could see Kaito going into shock for killing an innocent person. And then Maki cleaning everything up after him. And Kaito's just hiding somewhere. I could see that quite easily. Where did Kaito go? Why not show himself? And why is this game still going even though the mastermind is dead? Because he's not the mastermind. Again, he's the ultimate liar. Kokichi was the ultimate liar. I don't understand why you were just like, oh, well, he says he's not lying, therefore he's telling the truth. 100%. Why? Why did you all believe that? If this is awkward, Shuichi, I can leave and give you some privacy.
Huh?
You're concerned about that? Keebo and I washed our hands in the sink. Good job, guys. And left the bathroom. Okay, now, Madam, what are you doing? Maki, why is it so easy for you to believe Kaito is dead? Okay, nothing at all.
What?
You and Keebo both look more refreshed now.
Gross.
Refreshing each other in the boys' bathroom. Even now, you can't help yourselves, huh?
When the fuck did you gain Muse personality? What the shit?
That's true.
This is all Himiko's imagination, but I don't even want to touch that right now. But no, confront her! Confront her! We have Keebo's testimony! Confront her!
What?
What the?
Gross.
What? Shuichi! Shuichi, do something! Say something!
That's true.
Shuichi! Why? Why? We have evidence! We need to investigate what You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It'll all come out in the trial. There's an exisal right in the middle of the hangar. The hatch is open as well. The cockpit is exposed. So this is how it looks on the inside. It's small but big enough for one person.
But
only the monocubs can disable the hatch's electronic lock. So only they can control the exisals. But on the other hand, if you could disable the lock, you could control the exisal.
that's true.
That's all that stands out to me right now, but I should keep looking. It's no use. There are no clues here.
Hey!
Hey! It's almost time for the class trial to start, right? Was no one able to find Kokichi? I wonder. I haven't heard from anyone.
I see.
I wonder where he went off to. Did he disappear? He can't still be in the hangar. Or under there.
Could it be?
Shuichi, do you think the one who died was Kokichi?
Huh? Huh?
Seems like
I mean, your face says you want to think that.
it's plain to see.
But I think that's just plain impossible. Kokichi's been manipulating us all from the start. I can't believe someone like that could be killed by Kaito. Of course, I don't mean to compliment Kokichi or make fun of Kaito or anything.
Okay.
I know, you're probably right. Tsumugi has a good point. I still don't have enough clues to conclude that Kokichi died. You might not. I think I do. I think I do, because the game has consistently had moments like this in every chapter. The students decide one thing, Shuichi goes, but is it true? And then it turns out Shuichi was right. I still don't have enough clues to conclude that Kokichi died. But I'm certain that one of them must have. Kokichi's disappearance has been added to the truth bullet section of your monopad.
It's about that time.
Oh shit, I am not confident. I am not confident at all. I am, no. No.
That's right. It's time for the class trial, where hope and despair meet head-on. Please proceed to the Shrine of Judgment in the courtyard and head to the trial grounds. Everyone needs to be there. Got it?
Oh.
Anyone who's absent will be swiftly and permanently punished.
So there's confirmation that someone is hiding. Someone is hiding and being secretive.
I wonder what kind of despair awaits you this time.
Everyone needs to be there. That means Kokichi or Kaito. Whoever is alive will be there.
Then...
At the trial, we'll know who the victim is. Oh, I am... Just noises. Just noises. I am not confident going into this. I normally do my wrap up when I reach the shrine, so I'm gonna hold off on saying anything until I get there. But this is so complex. This is so complex. I don't know. No, that's a lie. I do feel in my gut, I feel that Kokichi is the victim and Kaito is the one who killed him. That's what I feel in my gut. But again, I'm having to go off clues that aren't intended to be clues. If that makes any kind of sense. The game is really hammering home, Kaito is dead. Kaito is totally dead. All of the students think he's dead. Oh my god, isn't that so sad? But Shuichi is wondering if there's something more. And every single time that happens, Shuichi is proved to be correct. So the fact that all of the students are going, oh yeah, Kaito, F's in chat for him, rest in peace, and Kokichi's going, excuse me, but Shuichi is going, oh, but could Kokichi really be dead? I'm stumbling over my words because I have too many thoughts, and they're all trying to escape at once. The fact that Shuichi is going, oh, but what if Kaito's alive and Kokichi is dead? That to me, I'm like, that's the biggest clue of all. That right there is the biggest clue of all. So I do think, in my heart of hearts, I think that Kokichi is dead and that Kaito killed him. And aside from that, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know. I don't know how to do this wrap up. We're gonna look at the clues. That's what we're gonna do. I think it's highly likely that Kokichi died in the bathroom and that he was then placed on the press, because we know that the press will stop if it senses anything living in it. So whoever died didn't die via the press. They died through other means. And then their body was placed on the press afterwards. And again, it is so convenient that Kaito's sleeve is left dangling out like that. You'd think if the killer wanted to completely destroy any evidence that could lead to identifying the body, if they were that desperate to do that, then you'd think they'd notice the obvious sleeve dangling out of the press. And bearing in mind that the press is covered in blood now, Kaito's sleeve kind of blends in with the hot pink blood. At the time, though, that would have been grey. Kaito's sleeve would have stuck out like a sore thumb. So why didn't the killer go back and put the sleeve on the press? That is an obvious clue that says, hey, like, we're trying to destroy any evidence that could lead to IDing the body, but oh, look, it's Kaito's sleeve. That means it's Kaito, because he's attached to his coat. Like, I think that's Kokichi under there. I think that's Kokichi. Yeah, the person had to have been dead. Yeah, I think Kaito dragged the body out from the bathroom where Kokichi actually died. No. I want to. It's this one. There we go. It's an electronic lock that only the monocubs can open. However, again, it was pointed out that, oh, the electro hammers can actually take out the locks too, which means someone could get in there and pilot it. We have the electro hammer in the little area that the exosols were in. I don't think Maki's an idiot. I don't think that Maki is stupid. I think that Maki is pretty intelligent. And it is so suspicious that she's using a knife, she's refusing to use the electro hammer, and we have this random electro hammer in the in the hangar that was clearly used to open an exosol. My thought is that Maki is clever enough to know. They're like, okay, they're gonna find this hammer, and it's mine. Therefore, I should go and get Kaito's hammer and use that so it won't look suspicious. Because the fact that she's going, oh yeah, I'm not using the hammer, I'm gonna use this knife instead, don't ask me where my hammer is. That's suspicious. I'm like, girl, where is your hammer? Where is it? So that makes me think, you know, I don't think that that is Maki's hammer. I think someone else has gone and gotten a hammer. And Maki's hammer is genuinely just in her room. She just doesn't feel comfortable using it. But there's been no evidence of hammer swapping. If that were the case, I would expect something on the hammers that you could use to identify whose hammer is which. But they're all identical, or at least that's how it looks to me. Am I even making any sense here? I'm making sense in my head. I don't know if I'm actually making sense verbally. But if Maki was in the exosol, why scratch up the console? She can't have used the electro bomb, scratched up the hammer, scratched up the terminal, excuse me, gone to the exosols, bashed one open, and then walked in because Keebo saw that the exosol didn't set off the alarm. The alarm was active when Keebo was there. So she can't have done that. That's my one thought. If Maki is using the exosol, why bother scratching up the terminal? Why bother with that? That doesn't make any sense. There was clearly a struggle. If the crossbow bolts weren't removed, I think if the crossbow bolts weren't removed, then the blood would be somewhat stemmed. There would still be blood loss, but not like to a grotesque degree. So potentially, you know, potentially there's this struggle in the bathroom. Kokichi dies. And then Kaito drags him to the press, and that's where he takes the bolts out. And he returns to the bathroom and puts them down there? I'm sorry, my brain is still stuck on the exosol problem. That is... The exosol and Himiko are the two big sticking points for me. They're the two big sticking points. Himiko can't have been using the exosol because she didn't have her hammer on her. I think Maki slashed up the terminal, but then why? Why? If she was the one with the hammer and she got into the exosol, why slash it up? I don't... Moving on. Moving on. Yeah, the crossbows were stored in the black bags. Himiko clearly brought that to Kaito, but why? Yeah, all three are tipped with blood. I think it's pretty clear that Kaito got shot once in the arm, and Kokichi was shot twice. There was no... My thought is that, again, if I'm mimicking out, like, okay, I've got a crossbow, oh no, someone's trying to take it off me, like, where my hands would be placed on the crossbow goes off, it would have to ricochet. The bolt would have to ricochet off the wall, come back, and then shoot me in the arm. It looked like the forearm. The only way that there would be no ricochet is if you had one hand on the crossbow, and your other arm is like in front of the bolt. Why would you do that? That's silly. Why would you position yourself like that? The bolt would have to ricochet, but there was no evidence. Surely there would be like a scratch on the wall. And there didn't seem to be any indication of that. That would be a major clue. The game would highlight, okay, this is where something clearly ricocheted. Maybe Kaito had the crossbow, Kokichi runs in, manages to get it off of him, shoots him, but then Kokichi hasn't had crossbow training, so he's trying to fit in the next bolt, and Kaito manages to rush him, gets it off of him, and then shoots him himself, and then loads another one for good measure. I don't know. Yeah, this is... I think this is the... then again... can we tell if this is the poison or the antidote? Because the blood is smeared up top and in the bottom. The reason why I think this is the poison is because all of the other antidotes said arsenic antidote, Knight's hate antidote. They didn't say arsenic poison antidote. It just said antidote. This one has poison on it. Also, that's... the way the blood is weird. The fact that the blood only... like, that, to me, that looks like someone's drawn a C on it. If someone had a bloody hand and they, you know, picked up the bottle, one, there'd be blood on the actual glass. It wouldn't just be on the label. And I doubt it would be so thick. Unless, the only way that would work would be if you had blood on your ring finger, on the pad bit of your hand, and then on your index finger. If there was no blood on your middle finger, or little finger, or thumb. Does that make sense? How would you get blood on only 2 fingers? And there's a finger in between them. I can't, it's empty. One second, can we... The poisons are in yellow. The poisons are in yellow. The antidotes all had blue tops, so this is the antidote. This is the antidote. For some reason, it's got poison when none of the others did, but I swear down, the antidotes were all blue. That was the other thing that they had in common. They all had blue lids. Okay, so there's an antidote present at the scene. Each antidote is 1 dose, so clearly someone's taken it. Yeah, this is the bag that Himiko brought. Why? Again, I don't know. She put it through the bathroom window. Yeah, that's like right on the forearm. If you were struggling for a crossbow, your arm would have to be in front of the bolt. And that would be a really weird way to grapple for a crossbow. Yeah, it was struck by something sharp. It was a knife. But if Maki got in using the fucking exisal, then why slash at the terminal? I'm sorry I'm being so quiet. I'm struggling. I'm struggling. "100% fatal. Though it takes time to take effect." Okay, I don't know. I don't know. I think I've got bits and pieces. I think I have the ultimate solution. And that is that Kaito is still alive and Kokichi is dead. I think that's right, but there are so many question marks. There are so many question marks. There are so many gaps that I can't fill in. My thought... So, Himiko smuggles Kaito the crossbow. If... I said this before, poison seems to me an assassin's trick. I can't see Kaito having enough forward planning to say... I presume he must have gotten some message out to Himiko. I presume somehow he managed to get in contact with her and said, hey, I need you to get me the crossbow. I need you to get me those black bags. Or one of them from inside Maki's lab. I can't see Kaito having enough forward planning to say, and also get me some poison from Shuichi's lab. I just can't see Kaito doing that. That seems to me an assassin's trick. But if Maki is using the exisal, again, why did she slash up the terminal? And that, if she was using that to deliver him the poison, like, I'm sorry, that's real dumb. That is the least, why not just put it through the window? There's a window, why not, like, hey, Kaito, I've got the poison, add this in. Why would you use an exisal? Like, dun, 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 the shutter opens, dun, 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 I'm here. Hey, Kaito, take this point. Like, Kokichi's just stood there being like, I can see you. I can see you! What the hell? I don't... Could Keebo? I mean, Keebo, by his own admission, Keebo was there. He could have lied about seeing the exisal go in. He could have been in the exisal himself. But again, why? There's nothing inside the hangar that to me would indicate Keebo had any involvement. There's the antidote, which to me would indicate that Maki somehow provided him with... Maybe this all took place earlier than I'm thinking it did? Maybe... Maybe Maki slipped Kaito the poison through the window. There's a kerfuffle, and Kaito ends up getting shot, and then Maki runs off to get the antidote, and because Kaito, he's been shot, he can't get up to the window. Maybe the poison, you know, it takes time, but maybe it saps your strength, so he's just laying there like, oh, I can't get up. And Maki decides, right, like, I don't want to waste the electro bomb. because I might need it. So she decides to use the exisal. And she goes in, and maybe that's what Keebo saw. Maybe the murder actually took place a lot earlier than I'm thinking it did, rather than after. But then again, why slash up the terminal? Maki has the knife. There has been no other mention of knives. Why slash up the terminal? How would you slash up the terminal? The alarm wouldn't have been turned off. And that maybe she turned it off from inside, exited, and then slashed up the terminal. And then Kaito turned the alarm back on? But then how did he get out? I can't fix this down. I actually can't fix this down. I think my best guess is that Maki and Kaito are working together after the fact. I think... Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go through what I think is gonna be my final theory for a timeline of events. I think this actually all took place a lot earlier than I was first assuming. So, Himiko gives Kaito the crossbow. You know, she gives it to him via the bathroom window. How he got in contact with her, I don't know. Maybe Maki asked her to do that. I'm not entirely sure, but I think that somehow Kaito got the message to Himiko, A, get me the crossbow. So she passes it to him through the window. Maki comes along. She passes him through the poison. Kokichi rushes in, manages to get the crossbow off of Kaito, shoots him. So at this stage, Maki is like, oh shit, I need to go get the antidote. So she runs off for that. Kokichi manages to get the crossbow back off Kokichi, shoots him twice. He's dead. Maki returns with the antidote. She's like, hey, Kaito, take it, take it. He's like, I can't stand up. I can't get to the window. You need to come in. And she decides to use the electro hammer to use an exisal. Maybe Kokichi didn't have the bombs on him. That's my one thought. Just why wouldn't you use the electro bomb? Someone had to use that exisal, and they weren't using it for stealthy reasons. So I don't think Maki could have used it to give Kaito the poison. He would have still been trapped in the bathroom at that stage. So I think she must have gone, right, I just need to do something to get in there. And she panicked and she decided, right, I'm going to use an exisal. So she goes in to save Kaito's life, and that's when Keebo comes in and sees someone using the exisal. I think Kokichi was already dead by that stage. I think he was already dead by that stage. So Keebo pisses off. Maki goes in there. She gives Kaito the antidote. And Kokichi is dead, and they're like, right, we did it. We killed the mastermind. Wahey. And things don't stop. There's no like, do-do-do-do-do, you killed the mastermind. Congratulations. Wahey, you're free to go. There's nothing like that. It all just continues. And I think Kaito goes into a state of shock. You know, he realizes, oh shit, I technically just killed someone who was innocent. Kokichi was an asshole, but he wasn't the mastermind. And I think that Kaito would go into shock. I think that Kaito would have this like, oh my god, what have I done? I've just murdered someone, dear lord. And so Maki decides, right, I'm gonna help you out here. I care deeply about you. So I'm gonna help you out here. And maybe at that stage she uses an electro. I'm like I said, I'm trying to put everything together. I'm sorry. Maki decides, right, I'm gonna help you out. They drag Kokichi onto the press. They take off his clothes. They remove the bolt. They stuff his clothes in the toilet to try and hide the evidence. They put Kaito's coat on him and leave a sleeve draping out. They then smush him and cut the cord so that people won't be able to reveal who actually is dead. Kaito runs off. No, actually, I think it's a shame that Shuichi didn't search Kokichi's pockets. It's a shame he didn't search Kokichi's pockets. That way we could have found, okay, does he have the 2 electro bombs or does he just have 1? Maybe Maki gets an electro bomb from Kokichi's pocket. She smashes it. That shuts down the alarm. That means that Kaito can run and hide. She then sets the shutter to close. And then maybe she slashes up the terminal. But then again, maybe she thought, like, if I slash up the terminal, it might prevent the electro hammers from working, and therefore it'd be more difficult for people to get in. Maybe? I am not confident in this theory. I am not confident in this at all. But I think that's the best I've got. I think, yeah, at the end, Maki uses an electro bomb to shut down the alarm. Kaito runs off to hide. And Maki closes the shutter behind them and slashes up the terminal. To hope, you know, in the hopes that, oh, maybe the electro hammer won't work on it and people will have issue getting into the hangar. And then she goes back to her room. I'm not confident. I am not confident about this in the slightest, but I think that's as good as I've got. That is as good as I've got. I don't. I think that's the best way I can sum up this trial. I don't. This was amazing. This was fantastic. I've loved this investigation so much, and in the next episode we will make a start on the class trial, but until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Kallista, thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.